Hello, welcome to another edition of Farm Radio. Yes, one of these days we'll get to a radio or a vintage television, but in the meantime we keep coming across these things, everything from cordless screwdrivers to you name it that's defective, LED lights. Anyway, more in a series on this. This is a Kalorik. Oh, I always wanted an air fryer, right? Look at this. Beautiful. I have all the trays and everything. They're out at the moment. I've cleaned it all. Very low use here. I had some use. I'm like, well, why would this thing be tossed or whatever? I have all the accessories. It's been used. But anyway, I began testing it and the different modes, and what I've realized here, two things. The door switch was operational, but I pushed it in a little too far, and wouldn't you know, I had to take it all apart because there's a little, I'll explain, there's a little top hat here that if this goes too far, it goes beyond the switch and it gets stuck. That's like a defect. You push that in too far, it goes beyond the stop and then it won't come back out. So I had to take it all apart, but that isn't the problem. I caused that, but that's been solved. The problem is the bottom heaters are not illuminating or heating. The top is. I'll explain. So as I was explaining, there are two elements at the top up there, and there are two on the bottom. And they're all series paralleled, so I can't quite tell what's going on without drawing it out, but I did draw out basically what's going on here. On bake, the inner two run. On toast, the outer two run. And on broil, the outer two run. But on rotisserie and air fryer, on rotisserie, I would expect the bottom to come on. But either way, the bottom never comes on. So, where to go from here? Well, I was looking around. What we have here is, at least it's labeled, it's funny the spelling, but basically lamp, there's an oven lamp over there. It says Rourke, which I think is rotisserie fork. I get some focus so here. First one is lamp, second one is FNA, which means fan. FNA, okay, FNA, FAN. Anyway, and Rourke, which is fork. Then we got heat 1, heat 2, and heat 3. And come to find out, I traced back, heat 2 goes over here, and that's the one that's not illuminating. I did a current check with the meter, and there's no current draw on heat 2. So is it the relay? Well, it's not stuck together because it's not on. One side of the relay has the 110 over here, AC, and the other end over here is the contact that delivers the power. When the relay is closed, however, it's triggered by 5 volts, which shares a common ground with all the rest of the relays, and is powered by this little chip right there. There's no 5 volts getting to this relay. It's never getting signaled on any mode to turn those on. So it's not the relay, it's just not getting signal. So initially I was going to check the capacitors. Well, I'll check the capacitors, yeah, whatever, electrolytics. And they all test good, except this one, 470 at 16. It tests shorted with the ESR meter, and I confirmed it out of circuit. It says it's shorted. I find that hard to believe, but if you're seeing this video, then we'll have success. So I've gone and taken a donor from our same flat screen panel board there, and I've got a 470 at 25. I'm going to test that next, and we'll remove this one. We're going to test them both side by side with the ESR meter. Let me set you down while I test this. So here's our donor. I can get the clip to stay on. Oh, these clips, man, I'm telling you, everything. Garbage. That one tests really good. That one tests really good. It's in the green. Really good. Now him, I can get it to suspect. He's really good too. He's not the capacitor. Okay, here we go. I take that back. So it does test. It tests good, but it beeps. Whereas this 470, oh, these clips are horrible. This 470, it's so hard to do one-handed here. It does not beep. Let me set you down here. It does not beep. Put him on here, 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 and here. Oh, he does the same thing. I give up. Yep, here. Smoke. So that means we're baking. On bake, I now have 110 on number 2. If I go to air fry, the fan starts, and over here I have, these are all coated with, makes it more difficult. I have 110. So I think it's working now. What I found was when I was moving this board around, let me turn this off a minute, go back to bake. What I found was I slit this back a little. The blue pin, well, I don't want to touch anything. I'm going to leave this. I'll explain in a minute. Let me do some further testing. But on that header there connector, the blue pin was pulled out of its socket. The pin was out of the connector. I put it back in, and maybe that's what was wrong with it. Those capacitors, both of them beeped out of circuit like that. Oh yeah, baby, look at that. The bottom is baking. That's what it was. So now both heaters are working. So it's fixed. The blue wire in this header, because this thermal sheathing was so tight on there that it pulled pin number 3. It goes red, black, pin number 4. Red, black, white, blue. It was the blue one. Right there. It was the blue one right there. So that's what was wrong with it. The side of this silly door switch. So yeah, bottom is going. You can see it there. Oh, very good, good, good. So when I go rotisserie, the fan starts and I have all of them going. Like I would have, they all going? No, just the inner two. Oh, see, the bottom two stop on rotisserie. See, it has all different modes. It has all different modes for what it's doing. It's just those two at the top when it's on rotisserie. So go back to, let's go to toast here a second. And toast should be, according to my notes, I believe the outside. Stand by. Again, toast is the outer two, toast and broil. Although I don't see much of anything here. We're not on. Oh, thermostat. Oh, toast. Toast. So toast are the outer two. I'm not going to bore you with these details, but you'll have to take my word for it. But we have the bottom. The bottom's going on toast. So that's good. You would want the bottom and the top to go on toast. Whereas before, toast was just the outer top two. Yes, so the outer top and the bottom are going. All right. This is fixed. Oh boy. Okay, so I can explain the defect here more clearly. Another manufacturing defect. I have all 4 elements running because this thing is too new and too little use to have anything major wrong with it. I mean, look at this thing. So it's running, so I'm not going to screw with it. But that connector there had a pin pulled out of it, so it wasn't getting all of the signals to this chip here, which obviously runs the 3 relays there. Put it back together, give you one more demo. So one of the problems on reassembly is, and this may have led to the problems, they have the shield over the thermostat, of course, for that reasoning. And it also puts strain on that harness, and it also has 2 functions on the thermostat with a long screw to go through the thermostat and into the that hole there, but that just wasn't happening. And it's really close to the good thing it's shielded. It's really close to the AC of the thermostat switch, so I'm going to make sure that's put back together sensibly. So you can see the way that screw was is it angled down, not cross-threaded, but it never caught the front of the plate there. I'll check that out, but I'll try to drive it straight in, but it goes below it. It misses the hole altogether. Well, I caught the tip of the hole. It's back the way it was. The best manufacturing detail? Perhaps not, but the thermostat is what we didn't want to break. And I'm away from the power there, so leaving it. Again, undue stress on this connector here, so I put a little slit in there to aid in that. This might be better poised up at the top, but it doesn't really want to go out in the slot there. It wants to like rest right there, but it's kind of taut, and I say gave it some relief there, but that was the issue. Okay, so final test here. I haven't selected anything. I have the timer on and the heating light comes on, although nothing's happening because I haven't selected anything. So I'm going to select toast. And I hear the fan and the stove down below lower, so I don't have a watt meter on it, so I know it's drawing current. So I don't know. Again, the defect was the 1 pin of the connector to the selector, and I'll make notes, update my notes to say toast is all 4, whereas previously toast was just the top 2. You can hear the change when that comes on. Okay, we'll just check one final check here. Keep forgetting, and for toast you have to go to toast. We'll look up the instruction book later. So toast, I'll make a note that toast includes the top and the bottom. Dim the lights here and see what we have going on. We're on toast. Don't see much happening yet. And there we have toast. 2 bottom, 2 top. We'll switch to air fry and see what happens. Fan starts. Air fry has the bottom seem to be going out. Air fry is just the 2 at the top. They look like they're going down as well. They're either on or off, so I don't get that top voltage. Yeah, I think it's like at 58 volts versus 120. Like I said, this is series paralleled, so they combine both of them in series at 120, and then it's halved. So if I put this back on toast, it's going to go
brighter. Would be my guess. And the bottom ones will come on. I will determine all this at a later date, but I believe that's what's going on. Full power to all four when we're on toast, and when we're on air fryer, here come the bottom ones. Oh, maybe those look about the same. Well, enough of this for now. I think I've got it pretty much figured out. Yeah, there come the bottom ones. I'll go back to air fry mode. And you can see what broil, see what bake does. Bake. Bake. Fan off during bake. Oh, bake will go with, we'll take it off toast, and then you set the thermostat there. So it's like toast, but with a thermostat. Alright, that's it for now on the Kalorik. I'll put the model in the description. Again, thanks for watching.